the chat, relax, be on the drum. Let's connect, let's connect. Let's connect, let's connect. Be on the drum.
All right, guys. First and foremost, I know we had some audio issues last show, so let us know in the chat if audio is okay. But in today's show, we're going to cover 5 main things. So first is going to be community sentiment, some posts that we're going to highlight just like last show. Second is going to be Grail Watch. So we're going to go over some certain collectibles over on Stacker, check out how they're performing. We have live guest Mr. Falcon joining us soon. We have a special announcement that I'm going to be making this show. It's actually a project that I've been working on, and I'm very excited to be able to finally announce it to to the community. And then we're going to round things off with an open Q&A. Mhm. Okay, that's weird. Says your sound is playing, and I can hear you.
For everyone in the chat that they can't hear me. Okay. Josh, no, Josh, he can hear. Let's check it.
They should be able to hear you now, but I think it's because we had the desktop audio turned off. Hiccups, guys, it's all good. I appreciate you guys letting us know that, but Jan, you want to here just test the audio real quick? Speak.
Yeah. Okay. Wait a second.
Okay, everyone can hear you. We're good. What up, Robbie? What up, Flashin'? What up, Tactics?
On my end? I mean, I did nothing.
No, I
Okay.
fixed it. You're good.
Okay, nice. Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first thing you want to cover is the community sentiment and some posts?
Yeah, exactly. Let's definitely do that. And guys, let us know your opinion in the chat. That would be awesome.
Awesome. All right, let's get into it.
Let's connect. Be on the drum.
All right, so first post here. Actually, let's skip the Mr. Falcon stuff until he's actually here. But
yes.
Yeah, do you want to take this one since it's your content?
Yeah, I would like to do. So a few days ago, I've uploaded a new video on my YouTube with Simon, the head of or the community manager of Stacker. So guys, check it out if you haven't. And the even more important part about this post is I want to try like a little giveaway for the first time via BankerBot. I'm a total noob, so I have no clue how to do it. Please, guys, explain it to me in the chat how I should do it. 10,000 ohms I will give away. And yeah, to participate, just comment, like, share this post on X. You can find it on my X page a little bit further down. But yeah, I would absolutely love to do a giveaway. But as I said, I need your help on that, and we will do that after we've finished up the community segment, the community sentiment part here. Yes, so if you know about BankerBot and how it works and what I should type in, just just write it in the chat. That would be amazing.
Awesome. And then yeah, your most recent vid was with the Stacker community manager. So if you guys haven't checked that out, then make sure to go over to Jan's YouTube channel as well, if you're not already watching from there. So hopefully it's working this time for you.
Yeah. I mean, let's check real quick. Does someone look through my channel? That would be awesome if you guys could write that in the chat as well. But I will check here real quick.
Streaming is definitely one of those things where you watch it and you're like, oh, this is awesome. But then when you're on the other side and you're actually doing it, you're like, oh my God, there's so many parts. I got off of our first stream, and the first thing I said to Jan after our first stream was, oh my God, I'm sweating because I was so nervous with all the tabs I was trying to keep up with on my computer. There's like 40 tabs open. So yeah, it's funny to kind of see the other side. But are you live on your channel?
Doesn't look like it, to be fair.
We tested that.
Yeah.
Ryan Castro says it's not working. Is that, I'm assuming you're talking about Jan's channel? Yeah.
I mean, we've tested that a couple of times. I mean, damn it.
I'm not sure what's stopping it. Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah, me neither.
Me neither,
man.
We're gonna have to keep trying to figure that out. But our next post here is the spot listing for Omi over on Bing X. Jan, you're actually gonna know more about this as well. Do you want to speak on this one?
Yeah. I mean, Foster spoke about it in our last episode, and I think the community is always like often complaining Omi doesn't get any attention. We are not on the big exchanges yet, etc. But I guess with this one, as Foster explained in the last live stream, I mean, that opens up like the Korean market in my understanding. And as he also mentioned in the interview here, was like that, like the VeVe announcements and the Omi announcements will be closely aligned in the future. So maybe there could be a play here on VeVe's and Ecomi's side to like enter the Korean market and more of the Asian market in total. But I guess we will see.
Yeah, only time will tell on that one. I know the Chinese market and the Korean market and Japanese market, the Asian markets have been talked about by our community for a number of years now. So,
for ages. Yeah.
I remember David was actually learning Japanese so that it can help him with all the business deals.
Nice. I mean, in the time of AI, in a couple of years, when everyone is like wearing like the wearables and it gets auto converted, I mean, that then you don't really need to learn a different language, right? But it's still cool if you can.
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned that. And guys, for those watching, we are gonna have a segment of the show eventually where we're gonna talk about like news that's happening in just the tech industry in general. It won't be every show, but every once in a while. And to Jan's point right there, Apple, I just shown the recent AirPods where you can do exactly that. You can sit at a table with somebody.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, you can speak a different language. The AirPods will translate it for the person, and all in real time. So pretty crazy.
That's so sick in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we for our next post here, we have VeVe Viral. So he says that he made his first official Omi buy directly on Coinbase.
Yeah, I mean,
what?
I mean, that in my opinion, that's great. I mean, I haven't confirmed if that's possible for everyone, but I mean, if it's possible for him to buy like directly on Coinbase, I think that opens up like a lot of like gateways for people to get the token, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, now VeVe has to deliver, Omi has to deliver on getting like the word out about the token, right? So that even more people just get to know the token. I mean, like back in 21, I mean, there were a few big crypto channel. Probably a lot of us came through those videos into the ecosystem, and in my opinion, we definitely need something like that again. What's your take?
Well, I mean, Coinbase is something the community has wanted for a while. For me, I kind of stopped buying Omi for a little while, and then I think I mentioned it on the last stream. I'd reached out to Foster to try and figure out, how to buy some more, and then he explained the process to me. But I bought my USDC through Coinbase and just transferred it over to Stacker to bridge it, which was super easy already. So I haven't tested whether this works in Canada or not, so I don't fully know, but
But Robbie's Matrix just wrote it in the chat. He's
nice.
like, I bought through Coinbase too, and it was as simple as buying Bitcoin or any other
Let's
token.
go.
I mean, I mean that's what we want to see here, right?
Yeah.
The accessibility definitely needs to go up, but also like the visibility of the token, right?
Yeah. Now both those people are going to be in the US, so just something to consider. And that's why I'm saying I don't know if it is available in Canada or not, or in Germany like your case, but something to check out.
Yeah, definitely. I need to do like one last buy of Omi in the next couple of weeks, because I need to top up my staking on Stacker. Still not fully staked there, but yeah. Maybe I try it then through Coinbase directly.
Yeah, you should. On to the next one here. We have Omi Boy. He says, Day 9 reminding Akomi the importance of Binance and Coinbase CEX and Omi's roadmap. Today I bring you the plan, or at least what I think after hearing Foster interview with Jan and E.
Yeah, and I think like what you wrote is like kind of spot on and has a lot of good takes in there. And guys, let us know what you think about those like expressions of him.
Like
Hmm?
PC version of X bugs out. I've liked all this stuff on my phone, and it says that I haven't interacted with it. It says I bookmarked. Yeah. Do you want me to read through all of this, or?
Yeah. I mean, it's just 2 paragraphs. It's a quick read, I would say.
Cool. The big moves for Omi won't come until after November 19th. Why? Because after Gem to Cash, Omi becomes the true centerpiece, and that's a strategic decision. Before the masses arrive, they want everyone to see Akomi as what it really is, a crypto project, not the old Gems to Cash model. That's why I believe I'll be posting.
I mean, makes sense, right? Makes total. Sorry to interrupt there, but it makes total sense. Like to roll that out, and hopefully, I mean, no one of us knows, but hopefully get like mass marketing after that. So so people like from the get-go know just that system of cashing out.
Yeah. Well, oops. Well, I've been one of those people saying for a little while, and I think Foster brought this up in our last stream. He mentioned how if Akomi or the Omi token was put on larger exchanges already, it wouldn't have the same impact. So, like if you were to put, because people were always making that argument, oh, if you just put Omi on Coinbase or if you put Omi on Binance, then it's just going to shoot up. And I think your point was, oh, it would do that in the short term and then just recorrect right back down to where it was, right? And I feel the same. I feel the same way. So it's about building that long-term value. So, yeah, keep it going here. He says, that's why I believe I'll be posting about this longer than expected, probably until mid-November. Here's how I see things playing out. So number one, Asia. Asia is a strategic market for VeVe and Akomi. I expect some regional brand pushes, but not necessarily the big ones yet, just enough to build noise and momentum. And then number two, he says controlled hype. So from now until early November, we'll probably see smaller announcements and teasers to keep speculation alive. Anything to add there?
Nope, not really.
Number three says,
I mean, that that would be a good way to do it, right? I mean, a little bit of speculation is always like firing up the community and like getting the excitement going. But how long can you play this game before people get pissed on? So yeah.
Yeah, I I don't know. But number 3 says exchange listing. A major exchange listing seems likely about 1 week before November 19th. This sets the stage for the real campaign. Stuff like that, I respectfully disagree with because we just don't know. We don't know until it happens. That's just speculation. But to point number 4, November 19th and beyond, once the floodgates open, expect OMI 2.0, VeVe 3.0, Stacker 2.0, partnerships with Web3 players, 4 to 6 weeks of announcements built over the past 4 years. Again, a lot of speculation there.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
Yeah. Anything you want to
yeah,
add?
but I mean that would be a hypothetical, really good scenario, right?
Mhm.
I mean, he paints like a really positive future, and I mean that would be great if this would play out like this. So that was the reason we wanted to show like this particular post. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, moving on to the next one then. We have Abby's OMI. Do you want to take this one, Jan?
Yeah, it's just an overview of the total amount burned since the beginning of Stacker. I mean, that's the date from the 27th, I guess. But for now, we've burned like nearly 86 million OMI. That's good so far, even though it's compared to like the overall amount, it's not that much as we discussed a couple of times. But I think the trend looks great, and I guess over the next couple of days, as long as like the first Stacker monthly challenge is still on, we will stay on those burns, like roughly 1,800,000 to 1,000,000 a day, I guess. Yeah, that's just what I wanted to highlight with this post, because I think it's amazing that community members like him to do stuff like this and track it. So guys, follow that guy, give him some love for the work he puts in there. Yeah. And let me know in the chat. No one described how I can do the giveaway with the banker bot. So please, guys, I need your help on that.
Yeah, I don't really know much about Banker because I think you have to put in like certain
Me
prompts, right? You can't just, or can you just speak to it like a normal person and it'll respond? I don't really know.
Yeah, I hope it works like that. I just type in or under the post like, "Hey banker, send one random person who've commented, liked,
Mm.
and shared." And I hope it works like that. Otherwise, guys, we are screwed here.
We got some people we can reach out to if we don't get an answer in the
Yeah,
chat. We have Notorious popping
yeah.
up. What up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Our next post here is by Ferryman. Big thank you to all who helped me to secure my favorite collectible with my mint. Thank you to
Yeah.
Enno. Is that how you say it? He's a member of the
Yeah,
German community. Yeah.
both are. Yeah,
Yeah.
both. And
Nice.
Ferryman, I just wanted to highlight that post because I mean, Miles' secret rare is such a huge piece. He now has two, one with the 86 and one with the 186. And he collects like a lot of his collection is out of 86 mints because it's his birth year. And I just wanted to highlight that achievement because I think on that collectible, yeah, that's quite expensive and also a lot of work to like make this deal happen. So just a shout out to my German VeVe homie Ferryman for this great achievement there.
I have respect for anybody who mint hunts because I do not have the patience for it. But yeah, to your point,
Yeah, me
especially
neither.
for a collectible like this. But yeah, you like always have to be in the market looking for it, and yeah, I can't do it. But
Yeah,
That's awesome. Tactics says Jan that the Omi has to be in your banker wallet in order to send it.
it is.
Oh,
It
it is? Okay.
is. Yeah, it is. But tactics. Then I just have to write like, "Hey, banker, send what I said before." Okay, let's wait for that response. Have you seen that VVX whatnot teaser? I would say.
Yeah, so I'd expect this to be in New York, I would think. If not, definitely
Mhm.
Vegas. Um, but when I saw this, it immediately reminded me of that time when they did the live show with, I think it was eBay. I think it was
eBay,
eBay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, and I remember talking to someone on the team about that, and the eBay situation was a little difficult because they couldn't like measure um like the exact success they got from the show, like how many people were watching and how many people clicked on VeVe through that and so on.
Mhm.
Um, Here they're doing like their own show, so I'd assume they're gonna have a lot more control over stuff like that. Um,
Yeah.
and then the rumor I'm hearing, I don't know if it's been confirmed, but I hear the Omi homies are the one running it. Have you heard the same thing?
Oh yeah, I've heard. I mean, I've seen that on
Did they
X as well.
did VeVe confirm that or
I'm not sure about that. I don't think so. I've seen like VV Magic posting about it,
okay?
but
I think
yeah, I
I
guess.
think it's the Omi homies that are doing it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but that should be
And
good.
do you think that that I mean, I think it's just like their own show on Whatnot and not like a real partnership, because a real partnership would be huge in my opinion. But I think it's just like a stream or a show on Whatnot.
Well,
And
go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done. Keep going.
no, no worries. And as I understand, like this teaser, I mean, it's for like physical products, but like the first thing I was thinking about, okay, what if you pair like physicals with redemption codes for digital products, so people get into the VV app as well. I mean, we've seen that before, so I think that is a great step in the right direction, because like live social shopping is becoming huge in the next months and years, in my opinion. So great step.
I think an indicator of that is, have you seen what the live shows are like over in like China, like the live shopping?
Yeah, where they're just taking the clothes
Oh,
and like
just
every 20 seconds.
drop it.
Yeah,
Somebody just
yeah,
buys. Just they go through like 1,000
yeah,
things in 2 minutes. Um,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's huge over there. But I think another benefit to this is they're going to be able to sell merchandise to people who aren't even at the show. So
Mhm.
right, like you don't have to be at the show to get that. Well, I shouldn't say exclusive, but I know people who will go to the show with like the suitcases and stuff, right? And like load up on one comic, and somebody who never went
Mhm.
didn't have that opportunity, right? So I think that'll kind of help bridge the gap, which is cool too.
Yeah, and maybe also they will get some extra disposure. Is it the right word? Exposure. Some extra exposure. Damn, through like the whatnot algorithm, maybe, because but I've heard like the whatnot algorithm is not that good, but I have no clue if true or not. I mean, I've spent like in total maybe 20 minutes, maybe half an hour on Whatnot. So not the best person to speak on it, but I have like kind of a good understanding of what it is, and I think it's, yeah, as I said, it's a good step in the right direction, in my opinion. What is everyone thinking in the
Well,
chat about this idea?
we have tactics. Who kind of just made me feel a little dumb because he made a good point about how the Statue of Liberty is right there, so it's probably going to be New York.
Oh yeah, I mean, none of us recognized, right?
Duh. I did not think about that. Yeah, to my point about how there's 40 tabs on my computer, guys. Um, yeah, that's funny. um,
Yeah,
what up,
yeah,
Fro?
yeah.
Long time since I talked to you, dude. I hope you're doing well. What up, Ronnie? And in tactics. Okay, awesome. And then our last post here is Comics and Crypto. We're currently streaming live on pump.fun.
Yeah. Do you have an opinion? Do you know what like the streaming on Pump.fun fun is? Like
No.
everyone, and guys, by the way, I have not digged into that or something like that. Um, so I just wanted to highlight it because I thought it's like interesting. So you can stream on Pump.fun and do like your own streamer coin kind of. And they named their coin, is it in the text? I think they named their coin Collect. But I mean, we will see how this goes. Maybe someone from the chat has watched their first episodes on there. But yeah, I just wanted to like highlight that because I think it's cool. But on the other hand, I mean, I'm always thinking like, I mean, Pump.fun was like the meme coin launchpad. I mean, where so many people got rugged, etc. I mean, they now did like the streaming thing, so they did a new release with streams and streamer coins and stuff. But in my opinion, well, I'm a little bit critical about it. Even though I think the guys from Comics and Crypto will put on a good show. Don't get me wrong here, guys. But yeah, maybe some of our viewers have maybe bought their collect coin and know more about it. That would be great to hear.
So when you
Yeah.
say buy the coin, is that something they're able to like donate to the streamer as well? Kind of like bits on Twitch? Like what do you mean by coin? Is that like people donate?
They minted a crypto coin
Hmm.
called Collect,
Hmm.
and that gets like redistributed
Hmm.
during the stream, and people can buy the coin and stuff, like as you would buy
Ah.
Omi, in my understanding. But guys, as I said, I'm not too deep into that, but I just wanted it to highlight. Yeah.
That's gonna
So
be
we
it.
could we could do a BTD coin.
On the jump.
Yeah. I'm
Um. Okay. Well, that's interesting. That's gonna be the last one for the community post, though. So, unless there's anything else that you want to cover before that, I
I
know that.
mean, sorry, man.
No, you're good. There's an ocean between you and I. There's a bit of a delay, so.
Mm.
But I think, do you want to cover the jumping thing now or later?
Yeah, I mean, we could do that, but before we do so, when we have Master Roni here in the chat as well, I mean, I've just wanted to. I didn't send you the post, but maybe you can go to his X account because he has like a new series where he like compares like the VeVeverse quality to like the augmented reality quality. Nope, further down probably. Shoot, I should have sent it beforehand to you
Yes.
for that. Yeah, there. Yeah, this one. I really like this new content format of his because it absolutely shows like the amazing quality
Zoom in.
of those collectibles. And the sometimes really big difference between like the VeVeverse and like the AR side of things.
Hmm.
So Master Ron, if you're still in here, big shout out, man. Please keep on doing that content series. I really like that one.
I like how it's filmed the same way on either side.
Cool, right?
Yeah. Awesome. Do you want to cover the jumping thing now, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Guys, now we have a critical next part here.
Um.
But go ahead.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Master Ronnie post a jump? Oh, can't we?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. So first and foremost, and Jan, I'll let you speak about this first, but can we get everybody's opinion in the chat? Um, if you're not too busy, let us know. What do you guys think about this jumping feature overall? Because I have an opinion on this. Jan has an opinion on this, but it seems like our opinions differ from the majority. Is that safe to say? I mean, at
Yeah,
least at
yeah,
least from
definitely.
what it looks like on social media. So, Jan, do you want to start off, and then I guess I'll kind of add on
Yeah,
afterwards?
yeah. Yeah, okay, guys. So, in my opinion, it's great that we have the jumping feature right now. Yeah, but I sometimes feel like we as a community have like set the bar a little bit too low, because yes, now we have a jumping feature, but I mean that shouldn't be a feature we wait like for half a year or 3-4 months for that, just for that one feature, because later in the stream we will see on the news what that Josh has later for us, what the VeVe could potentially look. So I hope I don't give away
Little
too much here,
little
but
hint, but hey, build suspense. It just means that people will stay
yeah,
for it.
yeah,
So
a little teaser. Sorry, man. So yeah, that's my opinion. I think like the overall quality of the jumping itself could be better, and we have to be honest here. We think like the Weverse is a metaverse play, but a metaverse play is also a gaming play. So we need to compare the Weverse a little bit to like games, in my opinion. And if I compare that to like a not even a triple A game, I mean to a good game, it's way off in my opinion. So I think we should higher the bar as a community what we celebrate here, even though I think it's great that it's there now, but yeah, that shouldn't be something we wait for so long and then get like this. Yeah,
yeah,
that's my take on it.
yeah. You said some of my points already. Robbie says, love that jumping is a feature now, but being a gamer, this just looks awful and clunky. Tactic says the combination of running, shifting, spacebar, and rotating is a struggle. Biggest Bro says jumping shouldn't be celebrated too much, but it's good that there are updates. And Ronnie says, personally, I'm very happy that we got. Okay, so here's my take on it. And Jan, I don't think I'm going to be as nice as you here because I've spent hundreds of hours in the verse. I'm very disappointed with it. I'm frustrated, to be honest, but what Jan said is pretty much like he hit the nail with the hammer when he said that we shouldn't be celebrating jumping. I think, like, to be clear, the fact that jumping got added, awesome. The reason why I think we're seeing so many people talk about it is because there's a lack of features in the verse. So jumping gets added. There's such a big change that happened in the verse because there's nothing really there to begin with, which I think is another concern. But I think my biggest concern stems from the way the community reacted. I was like, hang on a second. When was the last update? We waited months for this. It's one feature, wasn't even executed properly. I mean, like, nobody can look at this and say that the jumping looks good.
No.
You can't. And a big issue with that is you go from the app. Let's say a new user comes in, right? They find VeVe. They go to the app. They go, wow, right? All these brands. You can put the collectibles in AR. They look cool. You got vehicles. You got different types of collectibles. All the brands I love. Awesome. Now they go to the verse, and that wow turns into a what? Like, you know, like you can't put half the collectibles in, right? No features in there. And jumping now just got added. And for that new user who comes into the community, they go into social media and they see us celebrating that. It's like, what the hell is going on? I don't think this should be celebrated at all. And Jan already highlighted it. We are settling for way too little if people are getting excited about that. If any other platform in 2025 drop that, their community base or their community is going to be mad. Like our community is different and we're settling for too little. So yeah, I guess to kind of maybe build on the teaser that Jan gave, I've been building a project myself to try and show the community what the verse should be like, where it can be right now. And to be very clear about this, I've been working on this for 4 weeks, and what I've been able to build out already surpasses all of this. So
Way
it's
so
not
fast. Way.
it's not adding up. It doesn't it doesn't add up. Another thing I want to add though is this jumping feature was without a doubt scripted from nothing. Like you can tell that the person who made the jump scripted it from scratch and struggled to do it while they were doing it. There's plugins that you can go to for Unreal Engine or Unity where somebody's already created the jump function. You just got to plug it in. So I don't even know why they didn't go that route, but that to me isn't something that our community should be accepting the way that we are. So yeah, let's catch up on the comments now because I see this chat kind of scrolling. So
Yeah, I want to add one. Want to add one thing. So, guys, first of all, stay excited because I've seen what Josh has done, and that looks way better than this. And I think like the problem right here is that the VeVeverse, in my opinion, and is like something they want to build up, something they want to like build excitement around, but it seems like it doesn't get any like love from their side so that it can really evolve further into the big thing that it should be for our collectibles, like a real home for our collectibles, a space to hang out, to meet friends in, to interact with the community, etc. And I think there is a big and like, how do you say it, not delay, but a discrepancy between what they want the VeVeverse to be and what it is now after a couple of months. In the beginning, I was a huge fan of the VeVeverse because I thought like, okay, as a first MVP version, it's great, but not much has changed from like the first public version to now, and it's a few months later. So we should be a little bit critical here on the VeVeverse topic, in my opinion. But Josh, go ahead.
No, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat here. We got Kid Arcade in the chat. What's going on, man? Jumping is basic. We have Sven here. What up? Fro says I jump higher with my wig on in the verse.
Bro, can we see that in the next video you put out on X?
He'll plug in the wig. Moo says, seriously, even if skeptical features on collectibles would become a new feature so that you can be Spider-Man in the VeVeverse isn't even something to celebrate, in my opinion. Why are they still static? Yeah, it's like the gaming space is a really tough one to break into because gamers expect so much nowadays. Like even a AAA game, you can pour hundreds of millions. You can hit the B mark and hit the $1 billion mark and still produce a product that people don't pay for or play. It's like a hit or miss in the gaming space. But I mean, when it comes down to a platform like this, you just need interactive features. You need things to do, things that are going to bring the people back to play. And right now, the only thing to do is build, which the majority of people aren't going to want to do. But yes, Moo, I do agree with you on that because you can go in a VR chat and do all that stuff already. So it's yeah, like these things are already expected from. They're already expected from a platform like this in 2025. Kid Arcade says we shouldn't celebrate cars being drivable. And then Matthew says, oh, hang on a sec. Matthew says, I read Mascaroni just saying thank you. Are you calling that celebration? To me, it reads as if it is a thank you. No. That has nothing to do with what we're talking about with celebration. I'm talking about all the posts out there talking about how this is like a monumental shift for the platform and this is massive and huge and all of that. Because to be blunt, it's not. Just my opinion, but
yeah, I agree on that. And on the point that we don't have drivable cars, I mean that's a different game in my personal view because we are still a collectibles platform first. And if they could later then integrate like a few gaming features, like for example drivable cars, that would be awesome. But I mean, as we discussed, the VeVeverse is definitely not there. That it could be like really gamified, in my personal view. Yeah.
Just wait until the end of the stream, guys. Just wait until the end of the stream. I'm really curious to see the reaction of people in the chat when they see what I want to show after we're talking about what we're talking about now. It's going to be really interesting. VeVe fan says you still need the ability to respawn. VeVeverse will never be a multiverse. The way the VeVeverse is successful is to be more like Roblox and have mobile access or mobility access. We need mobile VeVeverse. I talked a bit about that in our last stream, so I won't hit that again. But Bro says I've been watching VeVeverse Hopscotch. What? Oh, another dumb moment. It's the thing that I'm playing on screen. Masterani says Dan did say that we should never expect a AAA video game, so he made it clear we shouldn't have big expectations. I'm actually quite shocked we got jumping. Yes and no. Like I don't expect it to be AAA, but it absolutely needs to surpass this. And to expect anybody to stick with a product like this is also another talking point, because you can have like, and that brings me back to the whole wow thing on the app and then the what reaction when you get in the verse. They're not the same thing. It's like the quality of brands and offerings they have on the mobile app does not even come close to what they're presenting in the verse. It's like the only thing that's cool in the verse is the way the collectibles look, right? But that's not an experience. And in order to make them look like the user has to come in and build out that experience, right? So, yeah, to your point, dude, I don't expect it to be AAA, and especially with Cavernous that they're working with. That's another thing I'll bring up later on. I don't think Cavernous is the right partner at all. But it needs to be better than this, absolutely. Jumping is a basic feature in 2025 for any platform that you have a virtual avatar that you control in a virtual space. Crouching, jumping, like that's just basic standards.
Yeah, could we stop the video right here, because I'm getting like seeing this like thanks man. and on the point that was made earlier with Roblox, for example, I mean the quality of Roblox is not much better than this, even worse sometimes. But what's like popping on Roblox is the social interaction features and the ability to build communities, meet up with friends, etc. And we don't really have that in the VeVeverse, because if you try to meet up with friends in there, it's buggy because like your PC is not good enough, etc., etc. So I haven't been. As I said earlier, I loved the VeVeverse when it came out. I had a lot of fun, but I haven't been in there since like a couple of months now, because nothing like gets me back in there. Nothing that excites me to be in there. Yeah.
Notorious says, I think VeVe rushed the VeVeverse to keep us happy. We still don't have paid options. Yeah. Oh, I'm biting my tongue. Master Dan also said we would be racing our Lambos. Yep, I remember the racing for pink slips. Arcade says even being able to sit down should be a feature we need to have. Completely agree. Again, very easy to script out as well. Frozen, is it just me? Oh, we paused the video. Although we're on this screen now, so that should be fine.
Yeah.
Yes, Ronnie says, yes, I always take everything with a grain of salt. I just enjoy what we have now. I'm not stressing about the future. But I think that's part of it. And it's nothing against you, Ronnie, or anything. You're crushing it, dude. You're doing a great job. But I think that is part of it. Like, people are settling for too much, right? What's that?
Settling for too little or not?
Set.
Because Because you said
Yes,
settling for
yes,
too much.
yes, sorry.
Yeah. Okay.
So a bad habit is I talk really fast. But yeah, we're settling for too little. And again, if that jump feature was released in any other platform, we would not have seen the same response. I think a really good example is VR chat. I bring this up time and time again. VR chat is essentially what the VeVeverse should aim to be, just without the collecting aspect. But VR chat has over 60,000 worlds, okay, published to that platform. More interactive features, full VR integration, smoother experience, better UI, okay? All 5 of those things run off of a simple laptop. If that platform runs off of a simple laptop, why doesn't the VeVeverse? Because it's not the system, it's the platform. It's the way it's optimized. Who's running it? How it's been built. It comes down to all this stuff. So I get like we're just settling for too little. We need to put more pressure on the team, because waiting 3 or 4 months for that is just, it's not something we should accept. And I don't want to take away from the collectibles. Like, that's not the point of this. They're doing a great job with the collectibles, big brand partnerships. I hear that they're working on some pretty awesome partnerships right now, some of the biggest ones they have. That's not what I'm trying to take away from. I think they're doing really well in that department, and I'm excited for the future of VeVe when it comes to the collectibles. But I can't exactly say that I'm as excited about the future of the VeVeverse because of stuff like this. So, Jan, do you want to add anything?
No, not really. I'm totally there with you. I think the VeVeverse needs to or the team needs to step up their game on the VeVeverse front, because that is, yeah, as we discussed, that's not enough to stand out. And also, like, as you said, we have Marvel, we have Disney, we have all those big brands, and then we have that not that good of a metaverse project, to say it in nice words. Yeah.
I think so something that would not be hard for the team to do would be to get permission from some of the smaller artists on the platform and go, hey, can we use your collectibles as avatars? Can our collectors run around with your character as an avatar in the verse, right? I'm sure some artists are going to go, hell yeah, right? More exposure for me,
Yeah.
right? And it's not that difficult, because all these collectibles are already rigged. It's how you pose the the character. If the character isn't rigged, it's just a bunch of goop. So you have to rig the arm, you have to rig the leg in order to pose it, right? That's exactly how you rig the character to set it up as the avatar in game. So they already have part of the work done. So it's confusing. But Moo says you shouldn't limit the VeVeverse just because it's a collectibles platform. Limiting the VeVeverse to stay static sounds like a poor excuse to save money on development. I think what the verse should be is more of a social platform that incorporates the collectibles. So you can, and now I'm kind of spilling the beans a bit on what I've been working on, but you can have a home space where you can showcase your collectibles. You can customize that space however you want. You can invite people over. But if you don't want to just stick at your home space, you can go travel to different worlds. Each world has a different experience. It might be a social experience. It might be a little mini game you can play, something like that. But it's having things to actually do and come back to, which comes like, that's like challenges and season pass stuff and that. But yeah, Minecraft started off lame. It took years. It's true.
I want to add something to the last comment of Mewtwo. I mean, as you said, I think it's great, or it should be. VeVe should aim for exactly that social interaction, not feature like core like selling point, because like the gamification of those collectibles could be outsourced. Like, for example, you have a collectible on VeVe, and then you can play that one as a character in whatever other game or so.
Mhm.
That would be a great way, in my personal opinion. I have no idea how hard to develop something like that is, but yeah, I think the VeVeverse should be a social hub where people hang out, people meet up, people admire the company, the digital company of other collectors to chat about, to look at their digital collection, etc. Not, in my opinion, like the gaming, like the real gaming aspect in the forefront, but just like to comment on that.
Yeah, do you want to just keep adding a point here? I realized that I never sent Mr. Falcon the link to join, so I'm gonna just send it to him right now.
Oh, okay, guys. As you know, we will have Mr. Falcon on here shortly. Yeah, so think about questions you maybe have for him. I mean, we will take a look at those amazing VR videos that he puts out. I think those are extremely creative, and I really like the fact that VeVe is doing a great job, in my opinion, on that front. Because I mean, the easiest way for new collectors and people who might be interested in VeVe and what they are offering is just showing them what they can do with their collectibles. Yeah, that's my opinion on that.
Yeah, and just before Falcon comes in, just to address some of the other comments in the chat here. Notorious. At what point does VeVe just give up on VeVeverse being it's not making any revenue? My answer to that, some people probably aren't gonna like, but I'd say right now, and switch to the better alternative, like now. There's no point of waiting, and I think the longer they wait, the harder of a transition it's gonna be, and the more people they're probably gonna piss off because they're gonna have a larger user base, hopefully, later. So I think they should do it now. But then you also asked here, Cavernous has never been a metaverse platform. It's built for business. Cavernous is built for engineers. So yeah, it's not a metaverse platform. Moo says Wilder World kills it compared to VeVe. They don't have known IP, but their metaverse is ridiculous. They have incredible designers. Yeah, that team is crushing it. I did happen to actually get my hands on the super early access, so I was playing a bit of the shooting game that they released. Little wonky as well, in terms of like the gameplay and how you move with the character. So their world creation is amazing, but I think the actual execution of like how you move around still needs to be kind of like fine-tuned a bit. And then Ronnie says, I would love to see a bunch of Ronnie Lido avatars running around. Notorious, still funny to me. Dan laughed at Spatial. Which Spatial's now fire. Yeah, Spatial's cool. Sorry guys, we're kind of losing track of the chat here, but
yeah, me too, man. Let's try to sort it out before we get Falcon on. Just let us scroll through the chat and see what we can address on that one.
We have Vibesman here. What's going on, man? The main thing I'm most excited for in the VeVeverse is the social aspect with our amazing community. Excited about your announcement. Thank you, man. Yeah, okay, so here's an example of something I've thought about. Okay, while we're waiting for Falcon, which I think he actually just popped in, so I'll make this short. Picture this. Let's say you walk into like a little music bar. You got music playing in the background. It's a space you can socialize with your friends. Might be a jukebox that you can go up to, change the song. Let's say that you sit down at a chair at one of those tables, and now you double click the table. You're now in a private conversation with whoever's sitting at that table. So it's kind of like a private Zoom or something like that, but over text, right? And then anybody who's sitting at that table only has access to that conversation, and you can, converse and talk about whatever you want to, but in a social setting. That's just an example of like how you can take the interactions between you and others like to that next level, as opposed to just like walking around with your avatar. So that's one example.
I think Falcon's mic is still on. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, is it? All right, let's bring him on then. Let's do it. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our special guest, Mr. Falcon. Oh no. Hang on. It happened again.
Our special guest, guys. Ta-da!
It happened again. No, wait. Oh, just can't. Oh, awesome. What's going on, man?
There he is.
Mr. Falcon is now live.
Welcome, man.
Oh, come. Guest
yeah.
Can you hear us? Okay. Yes.
Hello,
Awesome. All
am I
right.
on?
Yes, you are on. We have a little bit of technical difficulties, so apologies there. But yes, I think everyone can hear
Yay!
you.
Live, and alive. What? I can't even talk. Take me a second to warm up to get words right.
No problem, man.
How's it going, guys? You good?
Yeah, we're
Awesome so far. Awesome.
having some fun
Good, good.
talking about the
Yes,
VeVe-verse.
I've
But
got this stupid shaft of light, but there's nothing I can do about it. I'd
You're
be
fine.
sitting in the dark otherwise. So you're just
fine.
going to have to just imagine that I'm some sort of heavenly being, which shouldn't be too hard to imagine. So there we go.
Definitely
That's much
not.
easier.
Definitely not. I think we can do that. Yeah, but so far this stream with a few hiccups. And first of all, great that we talk for the first time, like for real and not over X.
Yeah, man, nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise, my friend. Really cool. And we will definitely get into like the VR content, AR content, I mean.
Yeah.
You've put out for VeVe because I think they look amazing, and you do such a great job on those. But yeah, so far stream went well. Josh and I had a little rant on the VeVe-verse. So
I heard some of your rant. Yeah.
yeah,
You went ranty.
what is your opinion on the VeVe-verse? Because you've been one of the earliest beta testers.
I was, yeah. I was many moons ago. I mean, when I was, God, it was a few years ago now. Finally got that invite. I was very excited. And yeah, built away, had an awesome time. I think it took me a long time to realize that not everyone is a builder, like, me and Josh and other people. And I think this is a great starting point for the VeVe-verse, but it does feel very much like a building tool at the moment. So yeah, we definitely need more social features, just to make it more appealing to gamers and excuse me, people who aren't quite as into building. I love it, and I feel like I've made some cool stuff, and I love seeing the things that other people build, and it has started a little mini industry, which is awesome. But yeah, it does feel like this is the starting point, and now we need to move forward. Where that goes, I'm not entirely sure. I know, me and Josh have spoken. I know Josh has many ideas of how to make it better, which I would agree with. But yeah, it's cool at the moment, but it can definitely go a lot further.
But do you really spend time in there still?
To be honest, I've gone pretty wild on the AR stuff, and that keeps me very busy. So yeah, as a beta tester, I did that for a long time. I built the things I wanted to build. I built a psycho house, I built the Cinderella castle and a haunted house, and then as that time, just how time worked out, I was kind of like you guys have. You found a gap in the market for a kind of weekly recap. Now, at that time, I thought, well, no one's really summarizing the news in a silly way like I would do. So I started doing the VeVe News, which was a little show I did for a while, and making little AR skits and stuff like that. And
funny.
Was all encompassing. That took up all my time then, and then that kind of led to a chat with Corey, and the rest is history. So now I've just been doing AR stuff. So yeah, I do drop into the VeVe-verse. I hopped in fairly regularly, but I haven't really gone wild for a while. I think when it went live, I did build some stuff, but yeah, haven't for a minute. I've just been busy with other things, but I still like it.
One of my favorite builds still to this day is the one we have on screen.
Josh,
right
sorry,
now.
I can't hear you.
No. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you quietly, yeah.
Same thing that happened with Foster.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put us back on this screen for a sec while I up my audio. Well, I was gonna say one of my favorite builds even to this day is actually your Disney castle.
Oh, thanks, man.
Now I have a loop.
Do ya? I know what it is. We should be good now.
You good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Turn this up. There we go. Audio should be better now. All right, bear with us, guys. But yeah, the castle. It was I'm gonna put it on screen here. So well executed, man. It just
Oh,
it
thank
looks
you.
so well, so good.
Yeah.
I think it
Yeah.
was when the it was a lot of fun when the beta thing started, particularly me and Tails and True Tech. We started looking at the world in a completely different way. Like we were walking down the street and we'd all said we'd suddenly look at buildings and think, oh, we could build that in the VeVe. Look at how that's constructed. I'm sure that's how you look at the world all the time, Josh. But I, you know, it was this sudden realization that, oh, everything's just shapes. It was like this Matrix moment. It's all just shapes.
Yep.
So if you could use those shapes, then it would work. And that Disney castle was very much an experiment with shapes. But yeah, I was pleased with how it turned out. And I thought it was lost. I hadn't been able to open it for quite a while.
How long did it take you to build this castle? Because there are a lot of shapes in it. It seems like
it took a long time. It's hard to remember. Like it was a while ago. I think over, it'd be a few hours a day, maybe over a month, maybe more, just chipping away at it, and then a lot of sort of repetitive angling things around cylinders and a lot of experimentation. It was great. It was a cool learning experience. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and yeah, it was nice to see it again.
That's awesome.
Bit of magic.
I have another question, but before I get to that, I just want to say thank you to Notorious for the $5 donation. Maybe we can answer his question for him here. He says, "How do you get kids involved? The new way VeVe is setting up the app, there should be no KYC till you use Stacker. So we need commercials on Disney."
Maybe that's why they go to gems only in VeVe. Who knows? I mean, that would be a great way to do so, or a great reason why they do that, right? Because as I understand correctly, you need KYC when you cash out and not beforehand, because the gems are just an in-app currency, as like in Roblox or Minecraft or something like that, and kids can easily buy their Robux or whatever. So yeah,
that's a fair point.
My niece, she's 7 years old, and she's quite shy, and we hadn't talked that much through her life. We'd hang out, but it was when I showed her the VeVe app that we've suddenly developed a really nice relationship, and she just uses the AR all the time. She absolutely loves it.
Nice.
So I know kids would very much be on board. I mean, there are moral implications to advertising to children, but I know the V-Bucks, the Roblox bucks, whatever they're called. It does seem it feels like it could all fit together. So yeah, I know kids are well into it. They would be.
Yeah, well, I think it's like a psychology thing where it's like you're not spending real money, so it kind of helps with that. But I think to answer your question, Notorious, I think it's just building on the interactive stuff, like the gaming stuff, like building out the proper version of what the VeVeverse should be, the mini games, the interactive hubs, the more than just having chat and the FaceTime or whatever, right? So because that's what a lot of these really successful worlds in Roblox are like. It might just be a world where you go and you change clothing on your avatar, and some dudes, like somebody's going to stream that, and all the people in their chat are kids, and they just want to watch this person change outfits on their avatar because it's kind of like dress up, just like the modern version of it. It's weird, but I think just to get more kids involved, you need to add more stuff in a virtual space, a virtual environment, gaming. So, but yes, Mr. Falcon, my next question for you was, we're looking at one of your spaces here, but what's your favorite space you built in the verse so far? You have one?
I think it's the Psycho House. I think that was that's probably my favorite building, like in the world. And I'm a big horror movie fan. It's iconic, and I I was pleased with my build. I thought, yeah, that actually looks like it. So yeah, that one was my favorite. That was pretty cool. I liked how that turned out. And the John Wick Club was kind of cool too.
Yeah, that was a funky one with all the lights.
Yeah, that I just went nuts with the lights. But yeah, I'd go Psycho House. That's my favorite.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat too, guys, if you have a favorite map the Falcons built, because you have numerous at this point. But Jan, do you want to add anything?
No, I mean I've seen that build, and it looked great in my opinion. Most of your builds look, or not most of, all of them obviously look awesome. But yeah, that one stood out for me as well.
Thank you.
Awesome. They're talking
Yeah.
about breakdancing in the chat. Arcade brought up breakdancing, and now they're still talking about it.
When breakdancing in the Weavers?
That's what he asked. He's like, if we could breakdance with our
Okay.
characters. I am adding
Yeah.
emotes, so you will be able to dance. Yes.
Yeah, if you can jump, it shouldn't be too far off, right?
Well, just in emote system, so you have like a little wheel that pops up, and you can do like this dance or that dance or this dance.
Yeah.
And I have breakdancing moves in there as well. I have like a whole library of dance moves that I want to add.
Cool.
But I want to talk a little bit about your process for creating the AR content. So for those who don't know, Mr. Falcon shoots a lot of the AR footage for the upcoming collectible drops. So you kind of you get the collectibles actually a little early as well, so you get to mess around with them.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. So I use a staging app, which is I get to see what the models will look like. They're not minted, so I don't get the collectibles. That would be nice. But I just get to play with the model, and then on the live app, you buy the minted version. So yeah, I get to see way ahead, which is very exciting. It's a big privilege of my role. But in terms of my process, I mean, yeah, it's challenging. It's been a learning curve, and the AR, I love it, but it can be quite fiddly. These things tend to shuffle around a bit, and you gotta get the right angles. So today, for example, I went to the local park. I live near London, so I like to mix up the environments as much as possible. I was shooting a lot of stuff in the woods, and I could tell that I was suddenly like, hang on, everything's in the woods, so I need to mix it up. But if I shoot nearby, it's good because then I can go back and do reshoots, which I often do. I might miss a shot, I might frame something. I can just go back and do it. So I tend to spend, I don't know, it was 2 or 3 hours. It depends on how many collectibles there are. Today it was about 3 hours in the park, just getting all sorts of different shots, getting sort of archive footage as well, which could be used at a later date, and then the stuff that I want for my promo. So then I come home and I see what I've got, and I start editing, and the editing takes a long time. There's a lot of because you can't hide. There are buttons all over the screen, and I want to hide them. So I have to do lots of different masking tricks. I slow things down, I speed things up, I edit to sound, I color grade, I do all sorts of things. So yeah, it takes a really long time, and it's always an interesting challenge. The Samurai Darth Vader one was a good example of I thought I want to shoot him on the beach. I thought that would be cool. I didn't want to shoot him in the woods. So I drove about an hour away from where I live. Is a place called Brighton, and there's a nice beach there. And when I got there, it was a grey, cloudy day, and I was like, "This looks great, Darth Vader on the beach in front of the grey clouds." So I spent a few hours, and then I got maybe 2/3 of the way through shooting, and the sun came out like really hard. And and you may sympathize with me here. I'm not much of one for sun. I don't tan, I burn. So I knew then that I had to get this. I had to get the rest of my footage in the
quickly
sun
before you totally burn.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, right, okay, here we go. So I did that, and then Bright Sunshine. I also, as you've seen in the promos I do, we like to I'm talking me and Corey, you know, we've kind of developed this process together. Show the collectible on the screen, because then people understand it's a digital collectible. If you just show it in the real world, they think it's some physical thing. So,
Yeah.
but in the blazing sunshine, it's very tricky to get a shot of your phone screen without the sun glaring off of it. So I had to walk around the beach. I walked for like half a mile, and I found this huge shipping crate which had a shadow behind it.
Oh,
And
no
I had
way.
to crouch behind the shipping crate and try and get my like phone reveal shots, because without too much glare on the screen. And the shipping crate, turns out the dogs were really hot that day. So all the dogs wanted to wait in the shade. So I got some dog friends. So these are the kind of things that you just never know. It's always an adventure.
Yeah.
But what I have found, sorry, I could talk.
No, go ahead. I have just a follow up.
I meet a lot of people in the public. Some of them are terrifying, but most of them are quite nice. But what I found is everyone I've spoken to, and it could be young people or elderly people, whenever I show them what I'm doing, they always go, "Oh, wow, that's amazing."
Yeah, they understand.
It's a universal hook.
Mhm.
Everyone loves it.
Mhm.
I was talking to some elderly people yesterday, and you know, in my experience, the old tend to be quite scared of technology. But we had a lovely chat about it, and I was telling them, you know, how AR works and what it is, and they were well into it. They even said, "Where can we find these things?"
New users onboarded there.
Yeah.
Here's my affiliate
Scan
link.
this QR code.
Yeah.
But you might not expect that of some pretty elderly people, and
Yeah.
so
Sure.
I think AR I love it, and it's a huge hook, and I think it's very, very appealing to everybody.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, there's my rant over. There you go.
I mean, it was. I mean, we've asked, and I think it was a great talk about the creative progress that goes into creating those videos. But what I was wondering, and I will ask the question afterwards, but I have to get this out, guys. We've did a giveaway in the community section, but we forgot to do it. So I just type in on X, banker, pick one person and send them 10,000 ohms. That's it, right?
I think
please
that's what
help
you
me
do.
out here.
I think that's what you do. Falcon,
Yeah,
do you know anything about Banker at all?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
About okay.
No,
Okay,
I should.
Then someone in the chat has to help. But the question I wanted to ask, like, how early do you get those not real collectibles, but those collectibles to film with? Because I mean, as you said, there goes a lot of work and time into that. So you need a little bit of pre-production time, right?
You do. It varies, to be honest. The Darth Vader Samurais I got pretty early. I think I shot that in maybe June. But
oh wow,
it varies. I mean, some of them, the process is much more streamlined now. So I tend to get things maybe a few weeks before. Some things I've shot a few months before. So you don't know. Sometimes the collectibles need to be, you know, revisions need to be made. But for me, what I do, it always has to be approved by the licensors. So I need to get it done, and it needs to go to whoever I'm making it for. They need to approve it, and that is how the process works. And that's been an interesting challenge, because initially when I was working on the AR stuff, I was just taking pictures, because the approvals process, it wasn't really, I don't know, the licenses were just very fussy, as they should be. But as we've gone on, as we've got more experience showing the collectibles in different ways, the licenses seem to be more up for what I'm doing, and the approvals process is much smoother now, which is great. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
It's been a good process.
Nice.
So it's sometimes hard for you to keep those drop quiets, as I can imagine, right? If you knew about the Samurai Vader in June, that's quite a few weeks beforehand. But I mean, it's as you said, I mean, with the licensors and getting their okay on those productions you do. I mean, that normally takes a lot of time.
It does. Even now, when I was talking, I'm thinking of things that I've shot that I can't talk about. It's hard.
Yeah,
But,
don't get
yeah.
yourself in trouble here.
Yeah, all the licenses
But
have
if it-
different
if it
things that they
Falcon,
want.
if it's sorry to interrupt, but
No.
if it's Son Goku, just lift one arm slightly.
So say that again.
No, I'm just kidding. I said, like, if it's Son Goku, then just
I'm just gonna stay still until you move on. I'm not giving anything away.
I appreciate
Yeah.
you sharing that though, because those points about like you having to find the shade and the dogs and stuff, I love backstories like that because people would never know that stuff happened unless you talked about it. So that's,
and I've had to develop. I've got my own little kit, so I take 2 tripods out with me, one to put the camera on, one to balance my arm on, so that I can hold the camera still. I was using that tripod as a stand-in for me because I go out on my own and I get like the hey shot at the end. So I can't see that, obviously. But good old Max, he found this gadget which allows you to mirror your screen. So I've been using that now. So I can mirror what's on my screen. I can step into the shot. I can see, is this going to work?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, cool. But
nice.
Again, often, like the one I did recently, the Silver Surfer shot me. I can't make him shoot me at the same time as I'm standing in the shot. So on my own, I will sometimes put me together with the blast and, masking and stuff like that. And sometimes I have help. Sometimes my wife helps me, which
awesome.
when I've been nice and she's not too tired.
You know what you should do is a personal regret that I had coming out of like the sales industry was not putting like a GoPro in my chest to film my day-to-day interactions, because I mean, I would be doing sales in like downtown Toronto, and anybody who's been to Toronto knows that you can cross a street and you're in like a completely different area like that. So I would have the craziest interactions with people every single day. And looking back at that, I'm like, damn it, why didn't I film some of that, right?
Yeah.
What if you were to put like a GoPro on your chest or something while you film like your little trips to go do AR with your collectibles, and you can make those into like little
show my process. I like that idea. I had thought about documenting it somehow. And other things like I have a screen cover that's like there's no glare on it. It's like a matte screen, so that helps to avoid the sun glare. This phone I use has a black case now. It used to have a pale one, so that doesn't reflect. It's just lots of little things that I could.
Adventures with Mr. Falcon Part 1 or whatever, right?
What an adventure it would be. And there's some adventures that I couldn't show on TV. Some people I've met, one in particular, who had no clothes on in the park.
Oh,
so
God.
you meet all sorts of characters. But I like that idea.
See, no one would ever know that.
No.
Jan, do you want to take next question?
I want to ask a question on the banker giveaway again. Sorry, guys, that I'm so annoying with this one. So I've just posted, where is it? A bank at banker sent someone who commented, posted, or shared this post 10,000 OMI. Is that the right way to do? And when do I get a response?
Here. You know what? Sven, who I see in the chat, can you write out what Jan has to type for banker and just like either message it to him or message it to me, and we'll just copy and paste it?
Yeah, that would be great. But I already posted something, so I hope it goes through already.
Sven's got us. He uses banker all the time. Okay,
yeah, that VeVe video looks so amazing, and the quality on this piece, even though I only got a common, I'm still happy with it. Okay, the money loss on the common.
Was that Darth Vader?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome, isn't it? That's such a. I mean, even since I've been doing this, the quality and detail is gone. It's wild.
Yeah,
it really is. He was particularly impressive, and all the little emblems I know are they've all got some sort of Star Wars reference to them. They're all kind of referring to Sith stuff, and it's really cool. I liked Yeah, the one with this. I think it's the secret rare. I didn't get that, but yeah, they're really cool.
Here's a
Awesome
question.
collectibles.
How, because in this video I see it's pretty clear out, like a sunny day. How often does weather play into this for you? Like, do you go out and all of a sudden it's like thunderstorms and you gotta,
Yes.
yeah,
So I think a video that just dropped, it was an ATAT one I did. That took, I was shooting for hours because it's such a, I wanted it to be a huge collectible and I just wanted to get really cool shots. So I think I got one where it was like going overhead, which I really liked. But another reason was the weather. It was just a weird day. So I went there in the morning. It was nice and sunny. Started pouring with rain. It was like being in Orlando or something. And then I left. I came back. Some women started chatting to me and said, "Oh, you were here this morning." And a lady started telling me about her dog. This is how it goes. So yeah, weather does play a big part in it. And to be honest, I don't mind. Rain is not helpful, but a cloudy day is very cool. So like a blue sky is fine, but it's a bit boring. But a blue cloudy sky, ooh, oh, that's beautiful. And a grey cloudy sky, a flat grey sky, no, thank you. No, I'm not playing with that. That's just boring. And it just flattens all the light. But a moody grey sky, oh, yes, perfect. So I'm always looking up at the sky now. I spend a lot of time looking at the clouds. Yeah, it does.
Nice.
Jan, any other questions you want to ask?
Sorry, at the moment I'm a little bit more concentrated on the chat because Roni tries to rob me here. He said, "Just type in send everyone who commented on the post 10,000 Omi." So no, just one, Roni. So guys, sorry, I'm a little bit distracted here by the chat, but I hope to figure that out. But
He said, yeah, that was just an example. That's funny.
Yeah, I haven't played around with this banker thing. I think I was told how to use it, but I don't know, maybe I should. I see it all the time.
I know.
Yeah, I mean they do it great with like the community activation, like the getting the community involved in promoting that bot, as I understand correctly.
Yeah.
And I mean VeVe needs to do something similar, in my opinion.
Banker-esque, so to speak.
Well, I think the fact that Foster uses it says a lot. So
yeah. I mean, those photos look so good, in my opinion, and yeah, totally clear to me that people, after looking at those, get it. I mean, that was what Corey told me in our interview we did back a few weeks back. And guys, if you haven't checked out that interview, it's on my channel Collectively with Corey, the head of content, and he also explained how important those AR videos are to get people in and make them understand what this product is all about.
Yeah. Corey explains it so much better than I do, but it was, I think, being I got to go to New York Comic Con last year and work at the booth, which was very cool, and just meeting people and showing them. It was when you showed them the AR stuff, that's when they went, "Oh, that's cool." One man didn't like it, but he didn't like anything. He was a scary New Yorker man. But everyone else liked it a lot. And yeah, it wasn't the, you do the spiel, the digital collectible, the minted on the blockchain, and then some of them are very rare, some of them are worth loads of money. But check this out, it's Spider-Man, he's right there. Oh, that's when people really got it and loved it. And that's, yeah, I've always loved that aspect of it. I make silly little films with my kids. But now I think it's just a great way to show new users what it's all about. It's a really unique selling point. And I think, yeah, with Corey, we've worked hopefully to get to a place where we deliver a lot of information in the 30 seconds or to a minute that those videos last for. It's a digital collectible. You can move it, you can resize it, you can pose with it, you can have a great time with it. It's really fun. Boom, there you go. That's kind of what they need to be about. And I guess for me, I don't want them to be too repetitive. I want to find new ways to interact and make a fool of myself, basically. I have, I have, so I try and, again, developing those relationships with the licensors. I'm a bit more free to perform, I suppose now, and just interact. But when I film these interactions, I have to do this stuff over and over again, like jump back, jump back, jump back. I'll do it 10, 20 times. And I was in the woods the other day, and I was doing one of my special poses, which I'd done over and over again. And then I turned around, and a man with a dog had been watching me the whole time. And I said, "Oh, hi." And he just walked off. He didn't even reply.
Yeah, he thought you're a psychopath or something like that.
Yeah, I think he thought I was insane. So that's another fun thing that happens out in the wild. But on the whole, people are really interested and excited, and it is exciting. I think that's the thing, that the vision I had when I first got excited about VeVe was, as they said, Ready Player One. It doesn't seem. I feel it's very close now with the meta glasses and stuff. I want to walk around with an Art the Clown avatar on. That's what I want to. I want to walk into Christmas lunch, and my family have all got these glasses on, and there's me wearing my huge Christmas neck Santa. Doesn't feel like a crazy futuristic Blade Runner thing anymore. It's. I think it's very feasible. So that's the thing I want. And we'll see. I don't think we're too far off.
Yeah, I think a couple of years, right? I've listened to an interview with Mark Zuckerberg recently, and he said like roughly in the early 2030s that those wearables could be kind of a mass market product compared to the mobile phone. So it's just a few years away probably, and I'm really looking forward to that. Like the digital overlay, cool.
Yeah, it'd be awesome, and you could lay out your collectibles in your house. You can invite your friends around, into a real place, and just make it better. My house looks quite nice from the outside, but it would be cooler if I could decorate it in AR, and then that was what people saw as they drove down the road. Might be a bit distracting, but this doesn't.
A bit.
Yeah, it might be terrifying. It probably would be. It would definitely be a massive haunted house.
Why are there so many accidents out front?
Sorry, what was that?
I just said, why are there so many accidents out front?
Yeah, it would be wild, but I don't think it's that far off. It's very exciting. Very exciting indeed.
Jan, is there any?
Sorry guys to interrupt again. I got an answer from BankerBot, and as some people pointed out, hey, Jan collects airdrops are disabled for now. You can try manual transfer or wait for the feature to return if you want to send a specific wallets. Okay. Yeah, guys, no giveaway today, I would say. Next show 20,000 owe me.
Blame me. It's fine. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I can take it.
Now that is it for the posts I have. So unless there's any other things you wanted to cover, Jan?
I would just be curious about like the fact, have you been a collector before VeVe, or did you get turned into or converted into one through VeVe?
Yeah, I don't think I knew what a collector I was. I had been a collector before VeVe, but I sort of forgot. I was really into comics when I was, I don't know, about 17, 18, and I spent a lot of money on comics until I had kids, and then I had to stop. So I have loads of comic boxes at home. To me, collecting for me is more things I can use. So like art, I could put on my wall, for example. I'm not a huge fan of collecting and storing it. I just like showing things. I like, with the collectibles, it was always about, I like this character. What story can I tell with this character in my showroom? Or, what story, what can I do with AR? So I'm not the best with money. To be quite honest, I wouldn't give anyone financial advice. I'm more of a creator than a collector. But when I was very young, action figures were my thing. So I had many action figures. That was my first thing I collected. And now my kids do the same. Lego, some art, comics, movies. I went crazy on DVDs and Blu-rays until again I thought I don't really need these anymore. So yeah, I collect things, and so, comics occasionally now. If it has a cool Peach Momoko variant cover or something, I might try and pick something up. And I obviously the VeVe was really appeal because they're all in one place, so I can keep them on my phone. It's nice and tidy. I like things tidy. The occasional comic. I've been reading Ultimate X-Men. I always pick that up when a new issue comes out, and some other stuff. Yeah. So, but yeah, probably more a creator than a collector if I had to choose.
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely see your creative energy and your creative like passion in those videos we've took a look at before. So I totally understand that you describe yourself as more of a creator. But I mean, the world needs both, right?
A great creator, I have to say, because you and correct me if I'm wrong, but to me it looks like you're comfortable putting yourself out there like on camera, and if you're not, you do it really well. Like Jan even asked me right before this, he's like, did Falcon approve the thumbnail, like that photo for the thumbnail? I'm like, yeah, it's the photo he gave me.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I am comfortable. I don't take myself very seriously. I take what I do very seriously, but me, like, it's just always about fun for me. That's kind of what the VeVe News was. You know, I think you guys do an awesome job of talking about of recapping, and it's the detail you go into. I think it's fantastic. But for me, I just want to make jokes and be stupid. That's just what I want to do. That's just how I am constantly looking for ways to distract myself from reality, because it's like sucks sometimes, doesn't it? So
all of us definitely.
Exactly. So, and I sort of have a problem with sincerity as well. So I'm just a very sarcastic, satirical Englishman who doesn't mind making a fool of himself. So no, I have no problem being in the videos, and probably put myself in them a bit too much. But yeah.
No, you do an awesome job. I've told you this before, but your content's hilarious. I'm always laughing.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
VeVe made a good choice there. So, Jan, is there anything else you want to cover before we move on to our next?
No, I think we're good. I mean, we covered most of like the creative process. Took a look at those nice AR videos, and we are going for 1.5 hours now. So, and you and your news definitely deserve some time. But before we do so, I want to address one comment. Where is it? Someone said I should contact Slammy about the first giveaway, and I will.
I think Sven said that.
I will contact her. Or maybe if she's still watching, please just hit me up on X Jan_collects, and and then we will make this first giveaway happen on the post with the Stacker community manager interview.
Next time I talk to Sven, he's gonna be like, "Why did you put so much pressure on me?" I already know. Now, Mr. Falcon, we're gonna talk about the project I've been working on now. So,
okay,
would you like to stick around for that? You are absolutely more than welcome. If you want to add some. Yeah,
that sounds exciting. Let's see what you've got, Josh. Come on.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to think of what I should show first here, because here, Jan, why don't I just show the actual environment first? Bear with me for a sec, guys, while I open it up. But for anyone just tuning in, what we're going to cover now is my version that I've been working on. It's not even close to being done yet, but my version of what I think the VeVe verse should look like and be. because we talked a bit about the jumping feature earlier on in the stream, and when I saw that, that was kind of like the tipping point for me. So I'm just at a point now where it's like, and I'm gonna get a little deep here, but I turn 28 in a couple weeks, and I got 2 years until I'm 30. So a huge fear of mine right now is getting to 30 and looking back and going, okay, like what was all the sacrifices that I made in my 20s for? Because I work a lot. For the past 4 years, I've been making VeVe content, which is half of my 20s right there. So I just I know that if I'm going to be sitting around waiting for more development, 2 years from now we're not going to be much further. At least I don't think. So I just don't want to sit around and wait anymore. So I've been kind of working on my own version of the VeVe-verse, and building an Unreal Engine. But and of course, if you guys have any questions, stop me, ask away.
Before you start sharing, I can tell you I turn 34 this year, and it's not that hard. I mean, you will feel the same, but I totally get your point. So, yeah.
Yeah, geez, I'm 44 now, so don't worry, Josh. You'll be all right.
Yeah, don't worry,
It's all good,
man.
I've always been like this. I can't stand my birthday. Like, yeah. But for me, like, yeah, I don't want to look back and go like, well, I didn't go out and party my whole 20s and do all that stuff. I've been working on my career, so I want to make sure that it's actually worth it. And right now I'm just spending too much time building in the verse and not getting enough value back. So I kind of looked at this and was like, you know what? I'm just gonna build it myself. So we got the first and third person cameras. This is an example of what a home space could look like. But the way that I'm going to set it up is when you first load in, this space is going to be completely empty. So all the furniture, all the paintings, all the decor you guys see, it's not going to be here. All of this is going to be like placeable for you to kind of decorate and make it your own. And then this is an example of just one home space as well. So we'll have different templates. So right now I have 6 that you're going to be able to choose from. But the whole idea is like this jumping. Look, first person camera.
You don't show your screen yet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Oh my god.
But great teaser, man. Great teaser.
Sounded exciting from your description.
Yeah, I mean, play the drum rolls.
I wasn't even looking at the chat either. All right. There we go. All right, I'll start that from scratch. So this is an example of what a home space could look like. Third person, press C on the keyboard, switch to first person. I think first person already looks better, but you got jump in, see your avatar. And then, like I said, everything in this home space is not going to be in here. So it's going to be placeable. You can drop it. But yes.
I mean, the quality looks so good.
I actually have
Very
Daredevil.
handsome. I can see it now. I've got a delay on the. I'm looking at the live stream. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's beautiful, Josh.
Okay. Awesome. All right. So let's start kind of breaking this down a bit. I got to open up another tab here. The whole idea is that think VR chat. So with VR chat, you can either go home, you can socialize with your friends at your home space, hang out, do whatever you want, or you can go to different worlds, and each world has a different experience. So that's the whole idea behind this, but we're incorporating the collecting aspect for people like us. So that's the first and third person camera that I made, showing the difference between the views when you're running. We also have weather effects that I've imported in already. So sandstorms, snowstorms, rain effects. You'll have day and night sequences. You can put a space layer on. You can put the aurora borealis. Whatever you want to kind of make your home space a little bit more unique. These are just examples of scenes that I made. Daredevil.
And you did this in Unreal?
Unreal. This has all been about 3.5 weeks in the making. So far, we have a working jukebox right here. Click the arrows. switch the song. We have a working computer system right here. 3 monitors you can switch between. You can change the wallpaper. There's a little camera up here, so you can actually have your camera turned on and actually record with your avatar in the scene. We have a phone system, so you can call between users, text between users. You can take photos, videos. There's a flashlight on it. I'll actually show you guys this more in more detail in a sec. I'm also going to add traversals, so you'll have like a mono wheel. I'm hoping that if we can get enough traction behind this platform, it's going to make it a much stronger argument for me to put it in front of VeVe and say, hey, listen, cut the ties with Cavernous because they are not the right partner, and like this should be it. So if that happens, right, it's a big ask, I get it. But if that happens, then you can also incorporate things like the hoverboards as traversals where people can like hover around.
I see hoverboard man there.
Yeah. Portals, they're done. They're working. Portal right between worlds. See, Falcon's laughing. This is what I need, guys. Okay, all within 3.5 weeks.
Like, yeah, 3.5 weeks. This is insane, Josh. It's really impressive. Looks really cool.
Thank you. Full camera system, so you'll be able to press P on your keyboard for photo mode. It'll pause the scene, and then you can change, make whatever cinematic scene you want, but you can actually also change the pose of the avatar. So you pause the scene, but now in here you can click the pose tab, and you might want to, move the character left a little bit or right, or make him thumbs up or something. So you can do that. An example of what the dashboard will look like when you first log in to choose your home space. Guys, when I say that this is the only thing I have been working on for the past 3.5 weeks, I have mapped out every single component of this platform, from you clicking the desktop icon to what the dashboards look like, the UI designs, where it takes you when you click on certain buttons, the pop-ups.
I've seen that, guys.
Everything.
I've seen that. A huge kind of mind map.
Everything. Like here's
3.5 weeks. I thought you were going to say 3.5 years. This is incredible. So good.
To be clear, I have all these components built out. What I need now, and this is why I'm presenting it to the community, is I'm launching a GoFundMe. I need as much support from the community as I can get to hire a developer and plug this all together. Okay. That's pretty much the point that I'm at now. Is I need to be working with someone every single day to just connect this stuff. And in 2 months, we can have an MVP. Okay. It would not take that long because we have the components built out. It's just connecting it. That's it.
Wow.
Here's an example of what the dashboard would look like in your home space. So top left, you have your library.
Sorry to interrupt there, but just go quickly over the comments and then continue with like because I think there are a few interesting comments in there, and if we don't do it now or you don't do it now, you will get lost later.
What's questions? I thought, Josh, you were working on spaces for VeVe. I am.
So Anno asked.
Yeah, so I was building out the VeVe studio and some the VeVe studio, I'll say. It's just been put on hold in the meantime because VeVe's been working on preparing for all these events. So that's just where all their time's going right now.
It's a shame you didn't make use of your time in a more productive way. Look at this. That's mad. Wow.
What's something like this cost for VeVe to get open worlds for all consumers? That part I'm still working out, but I do want to address this next point. Master Roni says, also looks like you need a crazy computer for that. You don't. So Unreal Engine is the game engine that many games run off of. We're talking 2D platformers right up to 3D realistic games. This brings me back to my point about VR chat. You have 60,000 worlds, better user experience, and it all runs off of a laptop. Okay, some of those worlds are built inside of Unreal Engine and Blender. They all work, and the reason why is because the platform is optimized. It's optimized to run off of those systems. Cavernous is not doing that with the Verse. Okay, so a platform like the Verse should be run, like you should be able to run it off of a laptop normally. You can't because they haven't optimized it properly. So one example of what we're going to do in this is something called level streaming. So Level streaming is going to render anything that your character is looking at in the scene. So anything that you guys see right now will load into the scene, okay? Anything to the right, left, or behind my character that I cannot see right now is technically not even in the environment.
Right.
It disappears. So now if I look right, all of this stuff that was just gone renders into the environment, but everything to the left of my screen now that I can't see disappears. So you're only rendering a very small part of the map at any given time. And that's one example of a technique that we would implement to make sure that it can run off of, you know, smaller systems. Another thing though is implementing performance modes. So you might not necessarily see the same quality that I'm looking at right now because you might be running it on performance mode, which is going to reduce the graphics. But you will be able to run it so that it looks just like this. But yeah. So,
Enno is asking if you take Omi for the GoFundMe you're setting up.
what's that?
Enno is asking in the chat if you take Omi for the GoFundMe.
I don't think GoFundMe takes. I don't think they take crypto. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Like I got this all built out, and I need that developer to plug it all in together. And we're good. The hardest part is just making sure that the multiplayer and everything all works. But let me try and dive into this a bit deeper. That way, there's a clear vision of what you guys can expect. So for the MVP version, what I want is I want to be able to go to my home space, place those objects and build and customize, right? Invite people over. And then for the first version, we're going to have 4 places that you can visit. Okay. So we're going to have a music bar, might be playing some relaxed, you know, jazz music or something like that. You can socialize with people. That's where the jukebox is going to be. The next is going to be a clubhouse. So a little bit more intense, louder music. You can dance, emote, do all that stuff. Third is going to be an arcade. So we're going to have little mini games. So if you walk up to an arcade machine, you're going to press E to interact, and then the camera will zoom right into the arcade machine, and you can play like a little mini game.
I love this one.
Yeah,
That's great. And
then
that will be so fun.
Yeah, and then the fourth one is like a nature environment, might be like a forest with a pond or something like that. And the whole idea is fishing. So there's more behind just fishing. But we'll see how much traction we get with the platform.
Well, it looks stunning, Josh. Like the work you've done is incredible. It's really, really impressive.
Thank you. This is an example of the table idea that I have. So you're sitting at the music bar, press E to interact to sit at the chair, double click the table, and now the group chat pops up, and you can only talk. You're talking only with those people at the table, right? So I think that's like a cool little element. I think another one is, let's say you're in your home space and you have your collectible on a shelf. You know, you walk up to that shelf, it says press E to interact, and now the camera zooms into the shelf and you can pan left and right with the keys on your or the arrows on your keyboard. So you can go left and right, you can look at the collectible up close, and then maybe you double click the collectible and now the 3D model or something zooms in and you can like turn it around and like zoom in and see all the details and stuff. So it's like interactive stuff like that is what we need, right? So you can do more with the collectibles, but now let's say, oh, okay, I've looked at the collectibles. I want to do some more things with my friends that I'm hanging out with. Let's go to the arcade and play like a little mini game, or go to the music bar and listen to some tunes or something like that, right? That's what we're missing.
Do you think you could have a poker room? I think that would be
Poker
pretty cool.
room. We could. You just need the mechanics for the actual poker room.
So could users customize this, Josh? Could they do their own thing?
Yes. So what I want to do is split the building component into 2. So if somebody wants to decorate their home space and make it their own, they can do that, right? Using all the little props and stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
But if there's somebody like me who has experience building out full worlds, what I'm going to do is create a plugin for the platform. So I can
Right.
create that world in Unreal Engine. I can create it in Unity. I can create it in Blender, and then I can
Mhm.
import that world in to, I'm calling this right now Collectopia. I don't know if that's gonna stick, but you can import that project in, and now people can go and visit it. And that's the exact
Cool.
same process that Fortnite uses, VR chat
Yeah.
uses. And that way it doesn't overwhelm people who don't want to build. But if somebody does, they can go to whatever platform they're most comfortable with and then import it in. Right.
Awesome.
So for VR chat, you can do that. I think it just needs to be less than like 400 megabytes or something like that for the world. But when you build on other platforms, you can get assets that are completely optimized, and you can do that very easily. So, yeah, yeah.
Sick.
Where are we with? Robbie says, crazy that one person who doesn't even code has created something that completely surpasses the VeVeverse in 3 weeks. What spatial run on? That I don't know. I would guess Unity. But I'm not too sure. What are the chances of VeVe switching to Unreal? So, at first they were advertising how the VeVeverse is engine agnostic and how it works on Unreal Engine and all this. I don't think we're anywhere close to them releasing it on Unreal Engine right now, just because the current version is not optimized for it. And it also doesn't cater to the majority of people. But I think the whole platform should be built on Unreal Engine from the start, and then they should be figuring out how to optimize it to make it compatible with other lower grade systems. That's an easier route to go, I think. I feel like I'm the only one talking here. You guys want to add anything? I'm not like cutting people
I mean,
off.
what should I add here? I mean, I think it's
Speaks for
amazing.
itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely speaks for itself, and I have to be fair. I don't know anything about like what goes into that. I just see the result you're showing, and as I said before, I've seen like the clip you've shown me, and I think it just looks absolutely stunning. And that's, to be fair, that's what I envisioned the VeVeverse.
Here's the phone system. Full note, video, security cameras. You can plug security cameras into the top. I'll probably take that out, but got your flashlight. What else we got? We got messaging, got your mini app. I mean,
Oh,
like
wow.
it's all right. It's all right here.
You've taken the coolest aspects of a lot of my favorite games and made them real. It's really awesome, man. Oh, that's cool. That's spooky. I'm just seeing the spotlight. I hadn't seen that yet. I think I'm a bit behind, but
Oh, I see.
yeah, fantastic.
See.
So get it in front of the powers that be. Let's go.
Exactly it. So, how do I?
Well, I'm fairly sure the community will get behind this. This is absolutely incredible.
I think that, and that yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up. Is I can't do this alone. I need support from the community in order to make noise around this. I think the team might have considered moving away from Cavernous in the past. I don't know for sure, but if they did consider that and didn't end up pulling the plug, I think that was a big mistake. So I think Notorious asked it earlier on, when is like the time to pull the plug? I think it's now, and find the better alternative. So I'm trying to catch up on the chat again here. Moving. For any other demos I can here's a movement system that I want to implement. So one of the mini games that I want to implement, and this kind of sounds weird at first, is Egg, but I'm thinking of very simple game mechanics to introduce that you can make fun with just like a few little things. So for example, if we have like a tag system where you can jump off walls and wall climb and jump, then I can add weather effects. So all of a sudden a snowstorm comes in or a sandstorm, and you're in the middle of a sandstorm while being chased. And then the person with the most points at the end might get like a reward or something like that. Might have leaderboards. Little mini games like this, what we're missing. So
Yeah, I'm just seeing your your kind of maze. I think the scope for building mazes, and if we're able to jump and do parkour, stuff like that, that would be very cool.
Yeah.
I'd play that. Played it in the VeVeverse too. It was fun, but this this does look like it could be a lot more interactive.
All the main components that the verse is missing, physics, well, until recently jumping, but the proper jumping, gravity, physics. I see real Randy Chavez. What's going on, man? He said, "Can we kick people off the ledge?" Yeah, you can, because there's gravity. So yeah, any point that there's not a platform, you would just fall. So
that's harsh, Randy, but nice.
Unique question, but
have you already posted the GoFundMe link in the chat? Because as it seems like people really like it, and I guess there are a lot of people who would kind of support it. Because I also think you haven't mentioned how much you're looking for in total.
Yeah. So let me get the URL here. I think this is it. So I'll post the URL in the chat, guys. The first fundraiser goal is 5,000. The total goal is 15. I'm not sure if like how that's all gonna. I don't know if I'm overestimating the community or underestimating, but I think right now, like I kind of want to just finish off the way that I started. I don't want to be sitting around and waiting anymore. And if the past 3.5 weeks have shown me anything, that's exactly what's happening, because a feature like jumping should have been implemented way long ago. And I don't know why it took them so long to implement it. So it's go time for me. I want to build a platform that I've always envisioned for these collectibles. But the platform isn't going to have the collectibles. So that's why I need the community. The more support, the more traction we can get around this, the stronger of an argument I can make to Dan and go, hey, cut ties with Cavernous and switch over to something like this, because it's a better alternative.
So expecting like the GoFundMe to go through, what can the community expect with the funds you then have? What kind of MVP version? I mean, you've talked about it a little bit earlier, but just give us a quick overview of the MVP version you think you can put down with that funds.
So my goal for MVP is the user is going to be able to click the icon on their desktop. It might be a browser, actually. I haven't finalized that part, but you'll log in, okay? You'll select your home space. And then once you select your home space, that'll take you right to the lobby area. So that's going to be where you can meet up with friends, and then travel to all these different locations together. But it's also going to have different tabs, like, a season pass. It'll have a store tab, profile tab. So on the profile tab, you can switch your avatar. You can, set your emotes, stuff like that. So pretty much the dashboard and all of the lobby scene is going to be made. And then traveling to your home space and traveling to the 4 different locations that I mentioned are going to be part of the MVP.
All functioning, for example, the arcade room.
That's what I haven't finalized that part. I'm not sure how many mini games I'll get done, but my goal is about 2 to 3 at least at first. But the mini games is something we'll also launch over time. But yeah, that's the goal. Let me put it this way: the MVP version of this will be leaps and bounds ahead of what we already have right now.
That sounds great. That sounds great so far.
It's awesome, guys. I'm afraid I've got to go. I've got to pick up my wife. But Josh, I think what you've done is like really incredible. This is stunning, man. You are something else. And I have hope. So yeah, get out there. I'm sure people are going to support it. I think it's very special. Thank you for having me on. Yeah, it was really nice to meet you. And,
likewise, my friend. Likewise.
I'll chat to you again soon.
Of course.
But yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Thanks so much for
Have
coming on, man. It was a blast.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Later.
So
Before we move on, there's a comment, Enno again. Was there any communication about this with the VeVe team?
I haven't spoken to Dan directly about this. He's just been focused on all these events that they're setting up. I have talked to a member of the team about this, though. They are so there are people aware that I'm working on it. But I whether it's reached Dan or not, I don't know. But to be honest, guys, I'm not sitting and waiting anymore. Like, you know, like I don't know how else to say it. I'm not trying to be rude, but it's just, yeah.
It's just the reality that there could be a better version of the VeVeverse. We have to put the pig by its leg and say it like that.
I think also another thing though is actually a few points. So one thing that I'm noticing is that all platforms that are being built in this space, there's some sort of bias involved towards their own collectibles or own token, right? Another thing is that I don't really think there's any platform being built that actually fits my vision yet. I think the closest one is Readyverse, but it's not exactly what I envision. But then also from a content creator perspective, like for me as a content creator, and I'm sure you relate to this, Jan, it's boring to stream the verse, and borderline it's not possible. So
Yeah, it's not possible. That's the main point.
yeah, so I like another big motivating factor for me is developing a platform that's actually fun for someone like me to stream. Like I want to be able to wake up and go, yes, let's go and play some mini games and, you know, interact with the community and, you know, do X, Y, Z here. But right now you can't do X, Y, or Z. It's just building. So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
yeah. Now I am also only showing a fraction of what I have so far. Like I haven't really shown any of the dashboard designs or anything like that, and that's just because I want to kind of protect some of it. But yeah, like these are just some of the features that I intend on putting in. And then this one right here is actually prop hunt as well. So if you guys know prop hunt, we would create a variation of that as well, and there would be different maps that you can kind of play that game on. But yeah. Yeah. So if you guys have any other questions, let us know in the chat before we're done, and we'll try our best to answer them as well.
While we wait for questions, can you just play like the clip?
Oh my God, yeah. What?
So people can see even more of the cool stuff, like for example the portals, etc.
I completely forgot I put that.
Yeah, no, you were zoned in, my friend. After the show again, I'm so sweaty.
Yeah, I'll just keep this playing, I guess. But this will show you guys a little bit more. Actually, I'll speed up. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if you said something there. I unplugged my headset.
No, no worries. I'm just enjoying what we're seeing here and what could potentially be a vision for the VeVeverse or our collectibles. Yeah.
And all
Are
of
there
these.
any comments, guys? Any questions? Anything about this topic we've discussed here? Oh, that could be like the fishing scene, right?
This is an example of a fishing scene. I don't think this is going to be the finalized spot for it. I'm just kind of testing
Yeah.
stuff here, but yeah. I think just to be clear about where that money would be going to as well, it would be going towards that developer because that's really just the final thing needed here is the developer connecting everything. So most projects would, you know, they might hire a developer like a UI designer, for example, to do everything that I've already done. That's taken care of. It's already complete. It's just the final, like every developer I've sat down with about 15 now. Everyone that I've showed this project to, they were like, oh yeah, it's doable. I can do it. Right. So it's just because I've already built out most of it, they just need to connect everything. And that's why I think this project is so interesting is it's not only feasible, but there's no question as to whether or not the team is going to see this. I know they are. right? Like you and I are both content creators. They watch our content, but I have a direct
Yeah.
line to Dan and other people on the team. So I know that I will get this in front of them. It's just a matter of how good we can make it. And that's where I need the support from the community. So, simulation too. Set whatever day and time.
Digital Verse says need to shake VeVe up. We need this as the standard. And yeah, I mean that was the rant we've had earlier when we discussed the jumping feature in the VeVe-verse. The standard needs to be leveled up, and I think if I mean I have no clue, but I believe you are able to do that. So if you build out what you've showing us here, that would be a huge thing and an amazing step in the right direction. And also like that would fit like the quality of the collectibles itself, right?
Yeah, well, and something I want to point out here is you guys will notice in all these videos, we're running around with the default avatar because I haven't even imported an avatar into the project yet. It's super easy. I could do it super fast, but I'm not spending my time on any of that stuff right now. I'm spending it on developing interactive elements, things that are going to keep players in and coming back. I can add the avatar at the very end, but like having the stuff that you guys are looking at on screen is what's most important right now. And that's a common narrative in the gaming space nowadays. It's like developers spend so much time on the look of the game instead of how it actually plays. I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to focus on how it plays. The way that it looks is just because it's Unreal Engine. So
Yeah, and I mean when I take a look at the chat, like the comments and the feedback is great. And guys, if you, I mean, not all of us have so much money that we can like give money away. I think every penny would help, and what would also help would you guys being loud on the socials. So for example, clipping this part of the episode or tagging, commenting on the live stream, or sharing the live stream with the comment, Josh, make it happen, or whatever comes in mind. We need your support either in the form of a donation or in the form of like social engagement and being loud as a community.
Mhm.
And I say we here, I'm just the other guy in the stream. It's Josh, it's the project of Josh. So Josh needs your support on this one.
yeah, I appreciate that a lot. And yeah, like yeah, just to reiterate, like I can't do this on my own. Um, so I need help from the community to get this in front of them. And New York is in 2 weeks. I'm gonna be there. Dan's gonna be there. So if we can get enough noise generating where, you know, I show up to New York and Dan starts asking me questions about this, then we can get that conversation going, hopefully. So yeah, if you guys aren't in a position to be able to donate, I understand. But at the very least, if you guys can repost this and like Jan said, clip it, that'd mean the world to me. So
Yeah, that would be awesome, because I think that looks just great. And yeah, I mean, I would be so interested in like the first MVP version. I mean, that would be a banger, I guess. So
the hardest part
please,
about the hardest part about
guys,
that.
make it happen for Josh.
Thanks. Yeah, the hardest part about that is going to be just connecting the multiplayer. So making sure that the same stuff is showing up on your screen as it is for somebody else, and you can load into spaces and see people running around. That's just going to be the hardest part. But all the other components you guys are seeing on screen, the portals, they're they're right here. And there's two types of portals right here. So we have portals between worlds, which is the first one, and now you have a seamless portal that will take you to other spots in the same space, but seamlessly. Like there's no loading screen, nothing. So that's that. And actually, that reminds me. I forgot who brought it up earlier, but somebody mentioned like, oh, this won't run on my laptop. Well, actually, no, never mind. To myself, my bad. Whose VeVe Wheels has become a member? Is that Biggest Bro donating memberships?
It looks like it, yeah.
Hey, thank you so much, man. Somebody else was doing that earlier on in the show, but we were chatting. I think it was Fro. But thank you guys very much for that. Appreciate it. Actually, let me post that link to the GoFundMe, I guess.
Yeah, and guys, this if you could share the GoFundMe, the link on X or the socials with like maybe a clip down below or just a quick summarization for what the GoFundMe is. I mean, if we could get that link shared a lot in the community, I think that would help as well. So I mean, obviously it would help. So guys, please do your part. If you liked what you've seen here from Josh, let us support this man in creating like a nice and awesome looking MVP version for our collectibles. Maybe. I mean, then we still need to convince VeVe, but let us take one step after another and just get out a nice looking MVP version 1. Yeah. Anything you want to add there, Josh?
Yeah, I apologize if I'm missing any comments. Kuma, I see you in the chat. I hope you're doing well, man. I built a space for Kuma, so I partly feel bad talking about this because like, you know, people like Kuma have spent money, you know, building out their space. But just know, Kuma, that I'm trying to build an even better platform for you and hopefully your kids to be able to enjoy. But if people support you on a GoFundMe, can you track them, Josh? Maybe in order. I don't know, but I will let you know because I'm sure I'll talk to you soon, Sven. Digital Verse says, how does it take a guy to do it for free from a company to excel past why VeVe and a ton of funding was able to get accomplished? I heard Josh now. There we go. Any other comments you want to highlight, Jan?
Not seen any yet so far. I mean, there are a lot, so I guess it's well received by the community.
Yeah, if you guys haven't shared it, really appreciate it if you can just push it. I want people asking questions over on X. I want as many people to see this as possible because Dan isn't active on X, so this needs to make it like outside of X. And hopefully somebody from the team or something can tell him. But Sagittarius says New York can be a great opportunity to talk about it. Exactly. So I will be at the Gold.
100%, and that's why he needs your support, guys, so that it's worth like the talking about it.
100%. Anything else to cover other than the Q&A, which I guess we were kind of just doing?
No, not on my end. I mean, we're going now for 2 hours, 15 minutes roughly, so I think we covered a lot today. And yeah, that's it from my side.
Eno says, can VeVe NFTs be migrated easily? I don't know if I don't know how easy, but I do know that they can be migrated, yes. I was speaking to the developer a bit about this. Have you mentioned it to Sanjay? I have not spoken to Sanjay about it. I have spoken to some other investors in the VeVe community about it. One who is on board already, but that's a little separate. Great show, guys. Awesome. Really appreciate
Let's
you
get higher, #higher Josh trending. Nice.
Hey, I've done what I need to do. I just need the developer now because I can't do what the developer needs to do.
Yeah.
But awesome. Sven, dude, hey, thank you so much. Sven already kicked the donation off over on GoFundMe. Let's go. All right. So I will be putting a post out about this like whenever we shut the show down. So yeah, if you guys are able to, you know, like and repost that, then we'll get the train going. But here we go. Biggest Bros
Yeah.
still gifting memberships. Thank you thank you, man. That's it for me, Johan.
Yeah, for me as well. Guys, next time we will hope to be able to stream to both our channels, to mine as well, because we want this show to be a little bit wider spread. But still, I mean, I've seen here now we have like around 200 live viewers, if the number is correct. I have to say that's awesome. And yeah, I hope you guys like the show, and thanks for your support. So yeah, that's it for me.
Thank you guys so much for all the support. Yeah, let's make this a reality. So we will catch you guys next Monday, same time, 1 p.m. EST. We'll put some posts out beforehand, just in case you guys
Pull up the times again, Josh, just so people know.
Because I got it set and ready for this. There you go. If you guys are in any of these regions, there are the times for next week's show. And yeah, and thank you guys again for all the support. And I'm excited to see where this kind of goes. So, yeah, catch you guys in the next show.
Bye bye.
Let's connect. Be on the top. Let's connect, let's connect, let's connect. We collect. We collect. Collectors going digital, and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect, let's connect. Beyond the drop. We collect. We collect. We collect the strong digital, and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect, let's connect. Let's connect. Be on the top. Let's connect, let's connect, let's connect. We collect. We collect. Collectors going digital, and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect, let's connect. Beyond the drop. We collect. We collect. We collect the strong digital, and Jack collects. Beyond the drop. Let's collect, let's connect. Let's connect. Let's connect. Beyond the drop. Let's connect, let's connect, let's connect.